welcome back if you're joining me from another video. If you're joining me for the first time, hello! I have reached 5k followers on YouTube. It's been an exciting journey. I love sharing my collections with everyone. I'm sorry I've been so busy lately, but you know, with the pandemic that's been going around on the world, work's been busy and there's been a lot of uncertainty over certain things. So I am in quarantine for a month in my country. We've gone into lockdown for 4 weeks so I can start putting up my videos again. And with reaching 5k, I do want to do a giveaway, which I'll get into later. But following suit with the giveaway, I do have a couple of toys that I'd like to open and share with you. This is a Schleich toy. Now these are German figurines that are hand painted. They are rather elite in that a horse of this size is about $30 to $40, depending on if you get them in sale or not. They are extremely detailed. As you can see, this tiny, well, it's tiny, but it's, you know, a little figurine is held in by wire, etc. Now I have done reviews on these before. I don't always review them on my channel, but for my 5k followers celebration, I wanted to review Schleich. Now a Schleich is basically an elitist figurine collection. These are the figures you get when you want the best of the best, in my opinion. Now Papo is another sort of figurine. It's just a step slot below Schleich, and then there is Collect Day, which is kind of what on the same lines, but I kind of consider it just a tiny bit less than Papo. Yeah, so Schleich is a German toy figurine that I consider the top of the top when it comes to child's play, and quite often at child's parties around the 8-year-old range, the parents actually requested these figurines as toys, and you'd basically be buying one horse because, well, as I said, this was between, I think this one was $40. It's Bayala, which means it's the fantasy series, and you can see it is just amazing. These extra special ones come in these boxes. They have wire all around their feet, and going to the back here, you can see there is a fantasy play set here. Now, the fantasy play sets tend to come around the $100 New Zealand range. Again, highly detailed. Everything is hand painted and just the top of the top when it comes to detailing. I will get her out and we'll look at her up close. So this one is number 70590. She is the Rose Pegasus from memory. I absolutely love her, and when I was picking out a couple for my video, I absolutely had to have her. The next figurine here is one my daughter picked out. Now my daughter Astra's name means star in Greek, so she has a bit of an affinity towards things that have stars on them, celestial things basically. So again, you can see the chic Bayala up the top here. It's all held in by wires. I hate toys that are held in by wires. It's such a shame that Schleich still does this, but they are extremely expensive figurines, so I understand the security. This little heart was actually stuck on by Astra, so ignore that. That doesn't come on the packaging. Another scene of figurines that you can get. You can see here, this is, I believe, the mermaid unicorn. She's got a seashell with gemstones, and you can get foals for them. And over here, I haven't seen this one actually, this fawn coloured one here with a couple of Pegasus wings, so I don't know which one this is. But up here, oh, you can see a black diamond, ooh, and it's number 70579. So let's open up the Rose Pegasus first, and then we will have a look at this one, which I believe is a Celestial Pegasus. Just cutting to show you how they're tied in at the bottom. They are done with ties that go through this little, I don't know what you'd call it, little piece here, plastic piece here, and that holds them into their stands. Here she is out of the box, up close. Isn't she absolutely amazing? Just going to go down to the wings here. You can see these wings are twined like ribbon pieces, some of them with glitter on, and in between these flowers are just blooming. Oh my goodness. Now there are some people who will have the time to paint all these wings up and just make them something amazing, but it honestly looks like Her wings are magical. They are flowing out of her body. It looks like they're coming out of her body here in this mist, which is turning into these ribbons and these flowers. Just absolutely gorgeous. Moving down to her face, you can see the care and detail in the hand painting here, just with all these little strokes. She has a soft pink muzzle, and then her mane, again, it looks like it's growing out of her head. These long vine, so these must be vines rather than ribbons. To me, it looked like ribbons. But you can tell here, it's like vines that are growing with roses at the top here. And then all these leaves just sprouting out. And at the very tips, it has little glitter spread over. The same with her tail, just vines, leaves, and flowers sprayed on this side. Are there flowers on the other side? Oh, there's two little flowers there. Just coming out of her body, and some of them, again, coated with glitter. So the last pieces of note are her hooves, which are done in a blue. Now this is a medium blue, but again, with the detailing, you can see there are flowers sprouting out just above her hooves. Her hooves are covered in this silver glitter. These figurines really are the top of the top. So if you're looking for something for your child where you want to pay for something that is long lasting, Schleich toys do tend to fetch, some of them, especially if they go into retirement, a pretty price on the secondhand market. You can pick them up here and there in good deals. It's always about watch your auctions, watch the prices of things. But Schleich figurines do tend to have a very good resale price. So this is, but more so than that, this is an heirloom toy. These are the type of toys you buy for your little one. As long as you teach them to respect them and look after them, they will grow up and they will appreciate it, and it will passed on to their children. Just gorgeous. And oh my goodness, this horse is, I actually, even though I like my rose horse, I think the detail gone into this one is a little more fantastic. They're both beautiful. Again, I believe it was around the $40 New Zealand range. So her wings have a translucent end to them with a gold glitter sprinkled underneath. There are stars in these purples and blacks, which then go into these gold glitter covered black feathers. I'm going to try and show this up as best I can. Again, just look at the detailing. Look at all the fur strokes on the body. She then has what looks like, I don't know, I was going to say it was jewelry, but when I looked at it closer, it actually looks like part of her body. She has these little rhinestones set into this jewel next to her eye, and it starts and stops abruptly. So I'm going to guess that this is part of her body, and it comes up to a star up here above her muzzle and between her eyes, a gold star. She has a black end to her muzzle. Her body is all in this dark purple, which almost in the shadows, this dark purple doesn't show up very well, which is why I've brought the spotlight in really, really close. So she's shining a bit yellow. It's because the spotlight is so close to her, so I could show all these. She has a white line down to her muzzle here, and then her hair is done in this shimmer white paint. There are braids that are held together with little stars at the end here. It is not a full mane like the flower Pegasus where it goes right down here. It's quite a short mane. Again, on this side, the wings are the same. And then on her tail, it is all done in a braid with braids through the braid down to a gold chain. It's not really a gold chain, is it? It's a gold loop with little stars on here. She is decorated. My darling is sporting some jewelry here. And her hoofs, unlike the flower Pegasus, where there are, she's got quite fluffy, sort of old antique sort of style, like, you know, the old paintings, the unicorn and stuff, they have very, very fluffy hoofs. Her hoofs are actually more plain, more like a horse's. And a gold, and then there is gold glitter coming up from those hooves. I'm almost a bit, I don't want to touch them too much so I don't wreck the glitter. Up to her legs. So she is absolutely stunning. I actually think between the two, when I ordered and had them in the box, I think the Rose Pegasus, I think it's the Rose or the Flower Pegasus, I'll call her the Flower Pegasus, was my favorite. But after bringing her out and having a look at the Celestial one up close, I definitely think she is my favorite. She has just a few more little touches to her. And, you know, you would expect that when you're paying $40 for a figurine horse. You can get Schleichs with fairies that ride them and things. I think I might have done a review on some of those. Or at least I'll have a few photos up on my Instagram soon. I'll put my Instagram down in the description below, I should say. But now, if you've been waiting for the giveaway, the reason I have opened up 2 of my Schleich figurines is because there is a play set back here. I'm going to bring it up and have a bit of a talk about it. Here is a Schleich fairy play set. Now you can look up the fairy figurines if you'd like. There's a lot of them. They're really cute. There'll be some on the pictures as I turn this box around. You'll see the box is quite beat up, and we'll talk about that in a moment. The original price of this box was, the set was $129.99 from New Zealand Toy World. So again, like I said, this is not a cheap set. You will see I actually have this play set. This is one that has been in storage. New in box. Quite heavy, actually. It's quite heavy. New in box for I've had it for at least a year. At least a year in storage. Now, where I stored it, the box got a bit beat up. It got a bit beat up. So as I brought it down thinking this is the perfect play set for a little girl or boy to have their figurines. It's a beautiful, you can see here, a beautiful flower. It's almost like a flower tree. It's got like a tree trunk, and then it's like this blooming flower at the back, which then has another flower coming over here into a bud. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, because you can see here the tape came off anyway as I was taking it down, and we're going to make this up together. This is what you can win. I'm going to show you everything in the set. We're going to have a look, make sure it's all okay, and then I'm going to put it all back in the box, seal it all up. So I don't want it to stay in the box anyway. Whoever wins my giveaways, I hope you open it up and enjoy it and play with it and love it, etc. So the box quality shouldn't bother you at all. But I do want to, because it has been beat up a bit in storage, I do want to check that it's all there and lovely. Let's do this. Okay, so the tape was on here. It just disintegrated in my hands. All right. I want to handle this as little as possible, basically, so that I know you're pretty much getting it brand new, except opened and checked. All right, so it's all in its bags. This is just beautiful. I love this set, and you can see I've got it displayed there. When you get some of the fairy figurines and put the fairies on it, it is so incredibly gorgeous. And some little boy or girl is absolutely going to go nutty over this. But more so than that, this is, as I said, this is elite purchasing, and that this is not a cheap toy. All right, so that was like that in there. There's tissue paper down there. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to try and get it in pretty much as it was. It would be really lovely if, because this giveaway will go on for a month. So if someone's having their birthday in May or June, it would be great to give it to them. Or if you have a little kid who's having a birthday around then, you know, I always say to everybody, don't enter a competition because you can. Enter a competition because you actually genuinely want what's on the other side. Here we go. It looks like everything. I mean, I haven't opened it, so there should be everything there. I just want to make sure there's nothing damaged inside. So, of the pieces, I'm not going to open these bags. I'm just going to check them. So this is why I wanted to check inside. You can see there's drips. So while it's been on storage, it doesn't surprise me. There's been a drip of something gone into it there, because that might explain some of the damage on the box. it's not affecting what's inside, it's just a drip. And I'm showing this for, you know, my other giveaways. I've given away sealed brand new things. I just wanted for my 5K to give away something that it basically holds a lot of value. Okay, so let's make sure all the pieces are there, and then I shouldn't have to do anything, have to open it. Okay, so we've got the little flower, we've got the over pedal basically to the little, this part here. So we've got the flower, we've got that part there. This is the main base. Let's make sure it's got both its vines. Yes, it has. How beautiful is that? It's got its little stand. Oh my goodness gracious me. There's no drips on. Yes, there is. There's a couple of drips. So you're going to have to expect like some rainwater drips on them, on the things. This is why I wanted to open it up and make sure it's okay, because I've had this stored for quite a while. And then we have the base. So the base, yes, there's the canoe, like it's not really a canoe, it's like a feeding trough for the horses, and the little letterbox. There's nothing broken in there. Yep, we have all the pieces. Can I get it now back into the box the way it's meant to sit? Okay, that's all back in there. Again, it's new, it's just been in storage. The box is incredibly faded. It makes sense that there is a couple, something's dripped inside there. It doesn't affect it in any way. Just give it a wipe with a, you know, a little wipe over, and it'll be as it is. But you can open up the bags inside anyway, since I didn't bother to open those up. It's all in there, and that's all I care about. If you love Schleich toys, please feel free to enter this giveaway. New Zealand's currently on lockdown for 4 weeks, so I'll let this run for a month. At the end of 4 weeks, I'll do the giveaway draw. I'll let my kids just pull out a name out of a bucket. That's generally what we've done with all our giveaways. I've sent all over the world. Read the conditions below. I would really love this prize to go to someone who already has Schleich figurines and can appreciate it for what it is. You know, or if they've got a birthday coming up, if your child's got a birthday coming up, buy them a little fairy, give them the set. Kids ain't going to care what the box looks like once they rip into it and see what it is. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed seeing the 2 Schleich beautiful figurines. Thank you 5K followers. Thanks for those who watch me. And, you know, I always love talking in private messages and emails to people. So I have my business email. Some people always say, I don't know if I should be talking to you on this email, blah, blah, blah. It's absolutely fine. I love talking about toys. So if you've got any questions about toys, feel free to do that. You don't need to worry about emailing me. Another easy way to get in contact with me is through my Instagram. If you have any questions, I get a lot of questions about my vintage toys and hints and tips on how to find those. I am doing a hints and tips video. I have been working on that, trying to cover as many questions as possible. Please understand, I don't sell my toys. I'm not a buyer, seller. I don't like that. I prefer that people collect to keep rather than collect to sell. So when it comes to that sort of side of things, I can't really answer too much. I do know the value of toys, I just don't sell myself. So I've not really had any experience with the interacting with the sale side of things. So yeah, if you want one of those, you're going to have to, you know, talk to somebody who's actually done it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're keeping yourself and your family safe during this pandemic in the world. You know, be respectful to our most vulnerable. If you are unwell, stay home. And it's just 1 month of our lives. 1 month of our lives to save those who possibly did a lot more for us in their youth. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Good luck. Bye-bye.